something happened while you were not watching. Heaven grew still, not in the way silence usually falls, slow, creeping like an ending. This was different. This was the kind of stillness that follows something rare. The kind that happens when everyone in heaven looks at the same thing at the same time. And you were what heaven looked at. What I'm about to say is not meant to comfort you. This is a fact. Some of the things that happened to you were meant to kill you, not trying to stop you, not holding you up, getting rid of you completely. There were times when the stress never went away, when one hard thing was just ending when another one came along, where you had to keep picking to get up, even though it felt wrong to do so, when you didn't feel like a person who was going to be okay. Still, you didn't stop all the way. This is what caught the eye of heaven. Not the best days of your life, not the times when everything was fine. The times when you didn't have it together were what made heaven sound quiet. You still reached out to me in some way. A whisper when you had nothing else to give. An unwilling return to the spot where you knew I was even when you weren't sure if I would answer. You thought that was when you were weakest. There was something else that heaven read them as. I have no words to say about you, my child. Please think about that for a while. Not because you did a good job, not because you had a clean record, but because most people break under pressure. The place that no one else can see that is hidden. Something should have given way when you held it. You curved. I saw you bend. There were times when I could see how close you were to giving up completely. But you couldn't let go of a thread, not too tightly. Sometimes just barely. But you kept it. Not being stubborn was what that thread was. Lack of willpower wasn't it. I put it there. What I plant doesn't come up easily. The roots stayed put even when the ground shook. That wasn't something you made up. That is something I put in the very core of who you are. Everything this season threw at you proved it to be true. Please understand what I'm not saying. That doesn't mean the hard things were good. I'm not going to stand over what you went through and call it a gift. Pain is not a reward. Loss is not a reward. What happened to you was real. It was also heavy. I know how heavy it was. I was there the whole time, not keeping an eye on from far away, but right there in the room where you were sitting by yourself and wondering how much longer you could go. I didn't turn away. I've always had my eyes on you. Please hold on to something before anything else is said. What you went through did move me very much. That is, I didn't look at it the way you look at something through glass, far away from you, not touched. I was with you. Every night that went on for too long, every morning that came without any help. Every time there was silence, it felt like an answer you weren't ready to hear. I saw everything happen, and what I was doing at that time wasn't nothing. I wasn't just waiting for you to stay strong until you got to the other side. You couldn't hold what I had in my hands. What the pressure was trying to break down, I was holding on to. Even though you couldn't feel it, that work was real. It was important. What I put inside you was there, before this season even started. It wasn't caused by the pressure. It was clear from the pressure. It showed something so rare that it would have made heaven stop and take notice. It would have been easier for you to give up your morals, but you didn't. You told the truth, even though it would have been easier to lie. You stayed even though it was harder to stay. You didn't get tougher when the people you trusted let you down. How pain tends to make people tougher, you didn't close. You stayed ready. That's not nothing. Those aren't little things. They don't look like anything to the eye. They carry a huge amount of weight to heaven. Some people seem sure of themselves, but aren't really. Some people act strong in public, but break down when no one is looking. It was the other way around when I found you. If you were out in the open, you were often unsure. You had doubts. You were scared. There were times when you felt like you couldn't hold on to hope anymore. On the other hand, there was something stable and settled in the quiet core where a person's true character lives. It didn't fully agree with the verdict that was being spoken over your life by the hardships, the disappointments, and the voices that said you were ordinary and small. That place is seen by heaven. I made it. What I saw inside it made me feel something, not as a figure of speech or a comfort word, but because the truth moves someone who knows how much it costs to fix something. Let me now tell you what was found there. I want to give it a clear name. As much as possible, I want you to hear it clearly, without any doubt getting in the way. Because the things that were found out about you this season are not small. This kind of thing changes the way you see the past, the present, and the future. Before I tell you anything else, before I talk about what's going to happen next, what's changing, and what's being let go in your life, please hear this first. We didn't forget about you. You were never left alone. Nothing was empty in the quiet, from the moment the weight hit until the very end of the longest night. Everything you went through was seen in its entirety. And what I'm here to talk about today is what was found inside you when the stress was at its highest. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community, seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. I want to be careful when I talk about what I found inside you, because there is a word for it. Because most people fight it the first time they hear it applied to them. They nod their heads. They make a list of all the ways it can't be true. It's a rare word. It's not rare because you've never messed up. Not uncommon because you're better than everyone else. Because of what was found under the pressure, it was rare. It was rare because of what didn't go away when everything else did. When there was betrayal, I looked for anger. For most people, anger comes quickly after a wound. It makes sense in some ways. There is real pain, an unfair cause, and anger that at least feels like something, like having a handle on things, like a way to stay strong. You were betrayed, though, and I watched your heart to make sure that anger wasn't taking root. It hurt, really hurt. But the anger couldn't hold on to anything. There was something inside you that kept letting out the poison that should have killed you. Not right away, and not without a fight, but it kept coming out. It doesn't happen often. When there was more silence than you thought there would be. When answer and explanation did not come. I looked to see what most people feel in that space in their hearts. Many people get angry, give up, or slowly decide not to trust after a long period of silence. The silence hurt you. I won't act like something else. But even though you were hurt, you held on to something that most people give up during those times. That you kept reaching. You didn't completely stop talking to me, but it was small, quiet, and sometimes not even a reach. You didn't hang up when you didn't hear anything back. That's faith that really matters. Not the kind of faith that shouts happily when things go well. The faith that stays in a dark place and calls my name anyway. It's not because it feels anything, but because it won't let go. When other people left, I found loyalty in you. It's not an easy kind of loyalty to keep up when things are going well. The kind that holds when it costs something to hold. People around me were impatient with me when I could have easily been angry. You didn't wait because it was simple. There was a part of you that chose to be patient, even though everything else was pushing against it. It was nice to see that you were still kind after being treated badly. You could have been harsh, but you chose to be kind instead. It wasn't for other people to see that you were soft. I watched it under your own control. In how you dealt with other people when you weren't being graded. In the choices you made when you and I were the only ones who could see them. That's the real way to judge someone. It's not what they do in public. What they do when they're bored, tired, and only one wrong choice is available. I also found something else. After all the pain you went through, something even harder to hold on to. It didn't seem like you stopped being able to feel with other people. It wouldn't have been rude to pull away after getting hurt, to keep yourself safe. You chose not to take on other people's weight because you already had enough to carry. That did not happen, though. You kept the door open. You could still feel other people's pain, even though you were going through your own. You still made room. You still came. That doesn't happen very often in people who have been through what you have. That mix of loyalty under pressure, faith that lasts through long periods of silence, and compassion that lasts through personal pain does not just happen. I have seen people go through a lot of hard things and come out closed, armored, unreachable, and hardened in the way that something gets when its life is sucked out of it. It was different what you came out with. I can only describe what you said as depth. Depth doesn't make itself known. It doesn't want thanks or praise. There it is, but it doesn't always know it's there. It only shows up when it ought to. It's clear from the way you deal with things that are too heavy for someone weak to carry. It shows in the decisions you make when no one is looking and the wrong choice is easy to see. Even now, after everything, it shows in the way you walk into a room with something still in your hands. You're deep, my child. Things that hurt you, times when you didn't think you had what it takes, and times when the only way out was through helped you build it. And what was made during those times is real. It's not a thought or an emotion. It is something strong. It has already been put through tests that were meant to break it, but it held up. You thought those times of the year meant you were flawed. People who seemed further along, people who looked like they were moving forward, made you feel like you were stuck. That comparison was never fair, though. Their path wasn't the same as yours. Their timetable wasn't the same as yours. And something was being built in you at that time that doesn't get built when you're moving quickly. It's made in places that are still and slow, where there's nothing else to do but hold on. You hung on, and what was found in you because of it is something that heaven hasn't kept quiet about. You were drawn to this moment for a reason, but most people will never know what was found. This is the reason. You've been waiting a long time for heaven to say something to you. Say, if you believe what is being said, the attacks you were hit by were not random. This is very important for you to understand, because many people think one of two things when they think about the hard times they've been through. Either they are unlucky, or they did something wrong to deserve it. The same thing didn't happen to you. The attacks that were aimed at you were very specific. Don't take that lightly. Using targeted pressure on something normal is not what you do. You don't put in focused effort to undo something that doesn't hurt you. Before he moved, the enemy looked at you, and what he learned scared him. He saw what I put inside you. He wasn't able to make it. It was too much for him. He might try to get you to leave it on your own, though. He wasn't able to erase your call. He could make you doubt it, though. If he could make you see yourself and decide that you are normal, unimportant, and too broken to matter, then what I put inside you would stay dormant, not destroyed, just not working or being used. That was his goal. In other words, the attack wasn't a surprise. It came slowly. It came up over and over again. The idea came in many forms. You're not on time. You're not like other people. You didn't see enough. Things that hurt you have left a mark on you that will never go away. You'll stay at this level forever. People who see you clearly don't stay. These weren't just thoughts. That's why they were put there. The enemy doesn't waste time or energy on things that don't matter to him. The pressure itself is a signal because it stays the same. It gives you an idea of what was at risk. In the past, you did believe the lies. I won't act like something else. There were times when you really saw the damage, when you looked at yourself. When you compared yourself to others and felt small afterward. When the whisper that said you were passed over seemed more real than anything I had said. You were almost sure of that conclusion. You were almost done with the sentence that said you were done and signed it. But you couldn't give it your all. When you were about to accept the worst as permanent, something would stop you. Not too loud, no more than a flicker sometimes, not wanting to. Not wanting to give up on the idea that the story might not be over completely. It wasn't just you who fought back. It was also mine. No matter how loud the lies got, I kept a thread of truth alive in you. There is no way I would let a lie cover up the truth about who you are. Because what I put in you is real. And real things don't listen to the enemy's orders. He knew what was going on with you. He was never able to get to your core. That's how the lies got in. He used comparisons to show you people who seemed further along, more sure of themselves, and more established. Compare did what it always does, which was to move slowly. It made you use a scale that wasn't meant for your path to measure your progress. You began to judge your timing by someone else's schedule and your worth by what other people could see. And that's not a real way to measure anything. He used shame. You should feel bad about the choices you made during hard times, the gaps, and what you hadn't done or become yet. A certain kind of attack is shame. It says more than just, you did something wrong. It tells you that something is wrong. There's a difference. Conviction draws attention to a certain thing and asks for correction. Shame looks at you as a whole and wants you to disappear. That's what they wanted, to make you back off and think that getting smaller was best for everyone. But I can't take away what I put in you. Not because of the mistakes you've made in the past, the weight of your history, the disappointment of people who should have been safe, or the seasons that went on longer than you thought they would. None of those things have the power to take away what I spoke into being in you. The enemy tried every way in. He took advantage of your doubt. He took advantage of your need to be liked and used it against you. He pressed you in the places where you were most painful. However, what I wrote in you is not something that can be pressed on. He might be able to get you to believe the lie. He couldn't get you to swear to follow it. That was the main difference. You're still here. That's not a little thing. The enemy's plan failed every time you came back, even if you didn't want to, because you were tired, or because you weren't sure what to do. He failed in a quiet, faithful way, not with a big show or a shout. The things that those attacks did to you are still there. The lies don't change you in a permanent way. When they came, they pushed hard, but the base I laid held. The truth was below all the things that were on top of it. It is now free to rise because it is still there, undamaged and uncancelled. I need you to understand something that may have been upsetting you at the time. I've known the truth I'm telling you now the whole time. I was never told about it. And there were times, even seasons, when you begged me to show you who you were, to prove your worth, and to be honest with you about what was going on, why it was happening, and where it was all going. I kept quiet. I'm going to tell you about that silence now because you deserve it. Truth doesn't go well with a heart that isn't ready to handle it yet. That's not a bad thing said about you. It has to do with structure. If I had told you this truth too early, before I had shaped and stretched you, and before you knew the difference between people's approval and my direction, it would not have helped you. It was going to hurt you. I will also not do things that hurt you, even if they seem like exactly what you need at the moment. Early revelation can hurt someone in two ways. The first is being proud. When someone finds out something important and true about themselves before they are ready to handle it, the truth turns into pride. That is, they start to act out an identity instead of carrying one. They no longer need me because they know what to say about themselves. The word I meant to hold them down ends up becoming a trophy they use to beat other people. That's not what I had in mind for you. When I spoke over your life, I always meant to ground you. Not put you above other people, but to give you a strong base so you could stand next to them and help them with what you have. Fear is the second. Hearing the weight of what they carry before they are strong enough to handle it is too much for some people. They run away. They tell themselves that it can't be them. They avoid the word instead of getting used to it. And running away from it makes them lose even more than if they didn't know it. I paid close attention to you all season. I looked at you to see if hardship was making you humble or weak. I watched to see if the silence was making you trust me more or making you angry. People couldn't see or hear the quiet work that was going on inside you, so I watched. No one was cheering or even aware that something was being built. And what I saw made me think that your character was changing into something that could hold this truth. Your humility wasn't something you did for other people. It was becoming real. Your calm was getting stronger. the need for me was growing stronger than the need for attention. Those changes are very important because someone who needs me more than they need attention can carry revelation without how it changes them. Lack of noise was not due to neglect. It was very accurate. I wasn't away from you. I had more important things to do than talk. When I poured something into the vessel, it would hold it. You felt slowed down, I get that. From where you were, it looked like people were moving forward while you were standing still. What you said was true, and I'm not denying it. The delay is not denial, though. It takes longer to carefully shape something than to quickly shape something. I was never going to rush what I was doing with you. It will take time for the depth I put in you to grow. You can't skip over roots. The work that you can't see can't be skipped in order to get to the fruit that you can see. It was important to follow the process. So I did what it said. I know what that silence cost you, and I want you to know that. I did not think it was funny. For some reason you didn't understand at the time, the silence also kept you safe. When things are put out in the light too soon, they are eaten before they can stand on their own. Some flames that were lit at the wrong time of year are put out before they can get big. It wasn't that I wasn't giving you something good. I didn't want something good to be shown off before it was ready to stand up to what would be thrown at it. Those times of the year when it seemed like nothing was going on were not empty. During those times, you were going through things that could not have happened any other way. When there were no observable changes, work was being done inside. At times when there was nothing to show, something that couldn't be seen was being kept safe. In the way that real formation needs, you were being formed, slowly and quietly, without cheers or an audience. You didn't waste those 2 years. It may have felt like you were just getting through them, but something was being built in you that will last longer than any problem that put you there. The form is now ready. The character has what it takes to do what the calling says. Being humble lets you hold on to the truth without changing it. There is enough depth to receive revelation without turning it into pride. That's why I'm speaking now, not later or sooner. The timing was never mean, it was always kind. No one ever doubted your worth. You never had to prove anything because it was already clear. When was the right time for me to give something to hands that were ready to take it? Those hands are now ready. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. I want to add something that I don't want to leave out. The silence was never about how well you did. You were never held back because they didn't think you had done enough or believed strongly enough. It was never about how much you were worth. Before you had to prove anything to me, it was already set. What I wasn't giving you was an opinion on how valuable you are. It was a matter of when you were ready to receive it. You are now ready. You were not the same person you were before this road. You have learned things that you couldn't have learned any other way. And what I give you now will not go to waste. because of who you have become. That being said, I want to bring you back to something simple and make it clear enough to get to where the doubt is. Things that were hard on you didn't make you who you are now. That sentence doesn't make me feel good. There is no doubt about it. When bad things happen to you, they were meant to define you and make you believe that the worst things that happened to you are the worst things about yourself. They were meant to make failure your name and rejection your identity. Something that would follow you into every new start and whisper that you would get the same result again. That didn't work out. Not because you're stronger than everyone else. Not because you were good. It didn't work because what I wrote to you isn't written in a way that hardship can reach. I did not plant your identity in the way things turned out for you. I didn't base it on how well you did. Someone looked at you and saw less than what was really there. That's not how I built it. I put who you are in a place that life's surface can't reach. That's why the many times they tried to write over it, they failed. It didn't matter that you were turned down at the level where your real identity lives. Failures added to what you knew, but they couldn't help you define what it meant to you. The times you felt like no one saw you did not change the truth of what you carry. The comparisons that made you feel like you were behind did not change the path I had planned just for you. You were never not on track with your goal. You always followed the path I showed you. The timelines of your path and other people's paths are not the same. It has never done that. Someone else's markers have never been the right way to track your progress in life. Even though it's easy for me to say, I want you to feel it because comparing things has cost you more than you know. You are not ahead of other people. They are going their own way with the things I gave them. You are comparing two things that were never meant to be compared when you look at where someone else is and compare it to where you are. Your path is the only one you can take. The way it looks when it happens and how fast it goes were all chosen with you in mind. Not as a last-minute idea or a compromise, but as a plan. What you are being asked to carry is important. That's not meant to make you feel good. This is to tell you to stop thinking of yourself as less important than you really are. Putting yourself down before anyone else it has become a habit for you. As a kind of anticipatory diminishment. People believe that it hurts less when other people agree with you. If you make yourself small first, you've paid for that habit, though. It has kept you from going into things with the confidence and authority that are yours. What I put inside you is strong. It doesn't need to be small to protect it. It doesn't need to be hidden so that it can't be found. It can handle being seen. There is no doubt that it is true. It can be said out loud without breaking down. You have the right to know who you are. You are free to walk in the truth of it. Not too loud. Not in a way that stands out or demands attention. Slowly, though, and with the calm confidence of someone who knows for sure what they're worth. It wasn't because things proved it, but because I said it. I want you to get this too. Things that made you feel like they were against you didn't take away from what you carry. They said it was true. You shouldn't go after someone who is carrying nothing. What hit you told you something about what was going to happen. That at the end of this road, there is something real that should be kept safe. People tried to define you by your worst seasons, but you made it through them. The things you carried with you are still whole now that the pressure is off of you. There's no chance in that. That's what happens when outside things can't get to what's inside a person. You can't get back what I put in you. Take a break. Let it get to the parts of you that still kind of believe the old things. Allow it to go below the surface. Things that were hard on you didn't make you who you are now. You are the person I say you are. I still say the same things about you. If your heart is open, say, I receive this today. I also need to talk about how you talk about yourself. Because what you say about yourself matters more than you think. When someone has been under a lot of stress for a long time, certain things tend to happen. They begin to agree with the season's language. I am so far behind. I am not sure I am cut out for this. I have never been good at trusting. I am always the one who gets left. These words sound true because they match what the facts show. They're not telling the truth about who you are, though. They're telling the story that the worst seasons tried to write over you. Do not use those words. Not because the feelings aren't real. You really do feel that way. I agree, but feelings are not definitions. What you went through is real. However, experience is not the same thing as identity. You don't have to talk about the worst things that happened in your life when you talk about it. Change the way you talk about yourself, not with big claims you don't really believe, just with some changes. When the old language comes up, which it will, stop it. Say in a quiet voice, that's not who I am. Heaven told me something different. Then use what I said today as your response. You're not like most people. You are honest. You held when it cost you something to hold. Those words describe what was found in you. Those are the words I talk over your life right now. And what I say doesn't come back empty. There is a change going on, and I want to get you ready for it. What was built behind closed doors won't stay that way forever. I don't work that way. The only reason I build things in the dark is so they can stay there. The hidden season was meant to do something, and it did. But what you learned in the quiet time wasn't how to stay quiet. It was made to let itself be known, to get to work, and to do what it was made to do. I need to be clear about what I mean when I say, a season of visibility is coming. This phrase is easy to misunderstand, and I don't want you to chase the wrong thing. It's not a promise of fame. No matter what, I'm not promising that everyone will notice you in a public way. My point is not to talk about that kind of visibility. I mean something less complicated and more important than that. You have depth, stability, compassion, and a quiet authority that you carry because of the things that were put on you. We are going to need these things. They will be asked to do something. Things will happen around you that will test the strengths you've built up during the tough times. People who are going through the same kind of darkness you did will come into your life. And because you went through it the right way, without skipping it or acting your way through it, you will have something real to offer them, which is what I mean by visibility. You will go where there is a need for what you carry, and the advice you give at that time won't come from a safe place. The weight of someone who has been there will be on it. Then someone came through still holding something. Being there in that way changes things in ways that performance never could. There is a difference between someone who has looked at a map and someone who has been on the road. It's clear to everyone. People can tell when someone is speaking from experience. That's where you get what you have to give. Let me talk about something that might happen when this shift happens. The old voice of comparison may come back when things start to change, when doors start to open, and when you see more people. It will look at what other people have and tell you that you are still not good enough, that their path is cleaner than yours, that your past is too long, that the people further ahead got there without carrying what you've been carrying. You shouldn't listen to that voice. This season has taught you something that many people never learn in their whole lives. You now know that getting approval is not the most important thing, which means that what I say about you is more true than anything the visible world shows. That should help you go into this new season, not when you're alert, not trying to keep it up. Just got settled, the way someone walks into a room when they know they belong there, not saying it out loud, not arguing for it, just at ease in it. What was built in silence will now be heard. What was made in the dark will be shown in the light. In addition, it will have authority because it wasn't made. It was fake. Before it came out, it was tested. Because of this, it will hold up when pushed, since it already has. Do not compete as you move forward. Move forward without doing anything. Move forward the way I taught you to. In depth, by staying steady, like when you know who you're not and are quiet sure of yourself, because everyone else agreed with it. But I said it so. As the seasons change, I want to bring you something. As things change, I want you to understand how heavy it is. This is a big shift in direction. This is how your whole life will be. The plants I put in during the quiet years are now ready to grow. The roots that grew in the dark are now ready to feed something that will be out in the open. Don't play down what's coming. Don't run away from it just because the size seems strange. You were made for what's to come. The shaping was done on purpose. There was a specific stretch. Things I let happen were not chosen at random. Those were the exact conditions that made what you carry possible. And the things you carry now are exactly what the next season needs. Don't be afraid to move forward. Act with the calm authority of someone who has been through the fire and found that what I put in them did not burn. If you're ready to go, say, yes. Another thing I want to say is something you might not expect to find on the other side of this shift. The things you thought made you not credible will turn out to be the very things that make you credible. In the places where you had the most trouble, people will trust you the most to speak. When you felt like no one was hearing you, that's when your words will mean the most. The world doesn't work like this. People around me work in a different way than those who value what is polished and presented. I use things that other people don't see. What the world goes by has weight for me. I trust the person who stood in the quiet places and didn't give up to carry what needs to go further. You are moving into a time when what you have been matters more than what you have done. Let that sink in. It should become a part of how you see yourself and what you bring. The season that was hidden is over. What was made is now ready. It was made by someone who says, to end. I want to go back to the beginning because it's important, and I don't want you to skip over it too quickly. You stopped me in my tracks. That's not how plays are done. Not as a phrase picked out to make you feel good. When I say it, I mean something very clear. When I think about everything you went through, not the good times or the smooth spots, but the harsh times, the long stretches of silence, and the times when everyone told you to stop, I look at what you didn't leave behind, what held you together through it all. It moves me in a way that words can't fully describe. There is more strength in you than you have let yourself believe. In the sense of not being moved, it's not stronger. You felt moved. I saw it. Things and people that should have kept you safe scared wore you down, confused and hurt you. You're not as strong as someone who has never felt anything. That person is strong because they've been through a lot and still didn't break. That's not the same kind of strength. It doesn't look exciting from the outside. It doesn't make any noise. This strength stays with you when there is real pressure, a high price to pay, and an easy way out right in front of you. And staying is the only thing that matters in the end, even if it costs you something. I want you to change the way you talk about yourself, child, neither in a dramatic way nor with empty claims. Please don't use words that don't go with what I told you today. Don't say you're weak when you've been through things that would have broken most people. Don't say, I forgot about you, when I've been watching everything. Don't say you're behind when your path was never meant to go at the same speed as anyone else. Stop agreeing with the words that the worst times of the year try to make permanent. Those words explain the attack. They don't tell the truth. Take a deeper breath. When the old language comes up, it will let the new language cut in peace, with ease. I'm not like that. Something different has been said by heaven over me. It should be easy and firm to fix things. Let the decision be clear. You're not behind. You are following the path I showed you. We haven't forgotten about you. I've always had my eye on you. You're not too broken. What broke the surface did not get to what I had set in the middle. You're also not like most people. What was found inside you when things were at their worst is something that would make God stop and take notice. Pay attention to this. This message is for you. Not for someone who is more organized than you. Perhaps not for someone who has had more faith or less trouble. This is for you. The person who is here right now with the same history as you and carrying the same things you do. You are not a polished version of yourself when I talk to you. The real one is hearing me. I am talking about the real one when I say all of this. It's no longer quiet. What was made in the dark is now ready to come out into the light. What was built in you is for the next part of your life. You were made to be strong, so carry it with you. Carry it with the humility that the long winters gave you. Be sure of it in a quiet way, like someone who knows they didn't get through it alone, and knows that they won't be the only ones going through what's next. Take a moment before you leave. Right now, in any place, take a moment to think about what just happened. You got a word not from someone watching you from the outside and giving you general support. A word from the person who made you, from someone who has been through every season with you. The ones you told people about and the ones you didn't. It came from someone who saw something unique in you when you didn't think anyone would notice. Allow it to reach you. Let it go deeper than the surface, where the old habit of ignoring good things lives. Let it go down to where doubt has been living. Let it talk there. So let it start to change what was never true. You're not like most people, not as an honor, but as a fact. What was found in you this season had to be put there on purpose and then proven through pressure. It was found under the weight, in the long silence, and in the moments that no one else saw. It's been proven. The tests proved what I already knew to be true. Now live your life, not too loud, not the same way you did before you heard this. Be a little more sure as you walk. Be more careful when you talk about yourself. Don't say sorry for taking up space. What I put inside you was meant to come out, not be pushed down. It was meant to go out into the world. This season is based on what was built in the seasons that came before it. You are ready, says the person who built it. It's time. Move forward. My beloved child, not trying hard, not trying to win, not while keeping an eye on what everyone else is doing. Just move forward, in depth, by staying steady, with the sure knowledge of someone who has been through fire and found that the things I put in them did not melt. I'm with you. I was always with you. I will be with you through everything that comes next. What I said to you today will always be true. It doesn't go away when the feeling does. I back it up so it stands. Take it with you. Live it. Make it the new base on which you build the next part of your life. Say, Amen, over every word that was said to you today. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided e-books and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.